Hi, my name is Josh Bergling, and I'm going to be speaking to you about the Galaxy Nexus S. Now, this phone came out not too long ago. It was one of the more recent releases, probably a month or so ago. And as you can see here, it is a pretty substantial phone as far as size goes. It actually is 4.65 inches. It features a 720 by 1280 pixel display. Now this also has the Super AMO LED screen, which is actually a fantastic feature. It really gives the phone a crisp look. As you can see, you can brighten up the screen a little bit there. Now you'll notice that with this phone, it does come with Ice Cream Sandwich, which is the latest version of Android that has been released. So just like previous versions, there are multiple screens, which is great. Really promotes a great graphical user interface, makes it easy for the user. As you can see, I only use a couple here. I have my power bar down here, which might I add, is a great feature. You can basically turn on, your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS. You can refresh your accounts and again brighten up the screen. Now my home screen, obviously, I have the social networks and stuff. But so one thing that many people have complained about the Galaxy Nexus, unfortunately, you cannot get rid of this Google search bar at the top. A lot of people like to utilize that space on their home screen, so that's definitely one of the pitfalls, one of the downfalls to this phone. I don't really mind it. I Google a lot, so it's convenient for me. Another thing is the clock in the middle there. We can actually push that, and it'll launch our default alarm clock. I actually use this pretty often, so that's also a nice feature for me. I can go right into it, set my alarms. As you can see there, I get up pretty early every day. Now, also with Ice Cream Sandwich, down here at the bottom we have a dock bar. Now, with my old phone, I rooted my Droid X, so I was able to install the dock bar, but this is a fantastic addition to Ice Cream Sandwich because, obviously, you don't have to root your phone to get that. Now, on the dock bar, you can actually customize this, but it is there. You can have your browser, your messages, your contacts, whatever. So again, that's a great feature. Of course, you have your settings and stuff over here. This is basically a default screen. I haven't really played around with that a whole lot. Now, one great feature about the drop-down window here for your notifications. So when you drag it down, you'll notice that with Ice Cream Sandwich, this operating system features a little icon here, which actually goes right to your settings. So instead of having, in previous versions of Android, you had to go through the whole process of actually finding, going through that drawer, finding your settings, entering the settings. Now, if you're at your home screen, you can just drag down your notifications, hit the settings icon, and you're right there, which really is a great feature. It's easy to navigate. So that is definitely a step up from Honeycomb. Now, the actual app drawer, a lot of people go both ways on this. I prefer a vertical app drawer where you can actually slide and roll your finger, through all the apps, whereas this one, unfortunately, goes side to side. So it's obviously on a horizontal platform, which I'm not a big fan of. Other people, they might like it. But again, I prefer it to be a vertical layout. Now, just like, previous phones released by Verizon, there are several bloatware apps on here. Everything from, the default news and weather to the Play Store. You have Google Earth installed. You have a car locator on here. So again, there's a lot of pre-installed apps. Now, if you choose to root your phone, you can certainly freeze those apps, or you can uninstall them. Now, one nice thing about let's see here, about this phone, the Galaxy Nexus, is if you actually go into apps here under the settings, you can actually freeze all of these apps so that they're not actually constantly running. So that is certainly a nice feature. As you can see, you can stop the app and freeze it. So that's certainly a nice feature. And then, of course, you know, you have your display settings, your battery settings and stuff, your accounts. Backing up the phone is easy as ever. There are multiple ways to do it. You can certainly use Backup Assistant or Gmail, so they did keep that feature. And then, as far as apps go, I actually run a couple really critical apps for my use. One being a new app called Punch Card. Now, Punch Card does require the GPS to be enabled, so we will go ahead and do that. And I will just launch Punch Card. Oh, we have an error. I will relaunch Punch Card. So Punch Card is basically a loyalty program. So essentially, what you do is you would go to a store, a restaurant, basically any place, and you would buy an item. You would save your receipt, and when you have your receipt, you would come right up here and hit this punch button. Now, the punch button actually links to your camera. So essentially, once you hit that button, you would literally pick up your phone, take a picture of the receipt, and then it would bring up a list of different merchants based on your geographic location. So then you would just choose the merchant. Oh, looks like I have a text there. You would just enter the merchant, and then it'll start a punch card for you. So if we go to My Cards over here on the left, you'll notice that I have multiple cards. I probably have about 10 cards running right now. So as you can see, I have a card at Wawa, Ace Hardware, Subway, another Wawa, Walmart, Chipotle, Arby's. So, I mean, as you can see, I have multiple cards. So essentially the way this works, you basically go to that place 10 times, and then Punch Card averages out your balance of what you spent up to $30, and they send you a check for that. So if you go and spend $300, let's say you spend $30 10 times at Wawa, Punch Card will actually send you a $30 check. So it's like a loyalty program. So essentially you're getting 10% off of your purchase, and they send you a check for that. So it's a really nice application, nice way to make money, and great cashback program. I like to use it. Obviously, it's free money basically, and if you spend a lot, it's certainly worthwhile. So that's a pretty cool app. Another app I tend to use is Google Drive. This is basically the new Dropbox. So it is fantastic. So I don't actually have anything installed right now because I just created a new account, but I certainly keep my documents and stuff in there. And then obviously, we have Facebook, Twitter, the social network thing, Pandora. I'm a big gym guy, so I like to have that installed. Now, as far as messaging goes, I like to use an app called Kick, and I like this app for multiple reasons. One being I can actually have group chats, and the phone will, or the application will actually send the messages as data. So as soon as you send it, it is received by the other party, which is fantastic. Now, you'll notice with this phone, there are no physical buttons. There are just these touchscreen buttons here. You have your back button, your home button, and this is actually a button that brings up what you've recently visited. You can actually swipe these off to the side to free up memory, which is another fantastic feature built into Ice Cream Sandwich. Again, that's the latest version of Android, and I certainly recommend it. I'll never go back to another phone. Now, you'll also notice that on the side here, we actually have, you probably can't see it, but right here is the power button, and there are no buttons on the top, which is fantastic. Because when you actually grab the phone, it makes it really easy, you know, if you have your thumb or your index finger over there, to hit that power button instead of having the hassle of going to the top of the phone there. Put in my password. As you can see, it's 1531. And that is basically the Galaxy Nexus. I highly recommend this phone. It is in fact 4G. It comes with about 16 gigs of RAM. So again, definitely an excellent buy. It's by far the best Android phone on the market right now. Definitely giving the iPad some steep competition, or iPhone rather. Certainly giving it some steep competition. Again, it's 4G, super fast. It does feature a dual-core 1.2 gigahertz processor. So that is the Galaxy Nexus. Thanks for watching.